Our male sportsmanship award winner is being recognized by his peers for showing great respect toward opponents and officials, and tennis officials. In his nomination, he was described as a positive influence on his teammates and fellow student athletes. Please welcome to the stage this year's Male Sportsmanship Award winner from Santa Clara University, men's tennis student athlete, Connor Garnett.
How's your evening going so far?
It's going pretty well.
Okay, good. Good. That's good to hear. The night is young, though. All right. So for those who don't know much about tennis, calling your lines is a thing. Can you first explain what calling your lines means?
Yeah, so in tennis, it's the honor system is very big. You call your own lines. You have like refs roving around, but we call our own lines, so it can get kind of contentious at points, but it's fun.
So a big part of why you won this award is not just because you are incredibly respectful of your teammates, your opponents, your coaches, your opponents' coaches, but also because of your rate, if you will, of calling your own lines. All season long this year, not once was he ever ruled over by an official. He was 100% full of integrity and honest the entire year. So I have to ask, were you always that kind of player?
I think in the juniors, whenever I played, my dad will always come and watch, and whenever I made a bad call when I was younger, he always kind of got mad. So I always had to make sure that as I kind of got older, I was always really careful with my calls, so he would look over. I think that was the main thing he cared about when I was playing.
Okay, so we have Dad to thank for this award, basically?
Basically.
All right, shout out to Dad, wherever you are. So your dad's influence aside, why is it a priority for you to play with such honesty and integrity when, who knows, sometimes your opponents, not a WCC opponent, of course, but other opponents maybe might not be?
I think it's just kind of important because when you look in the mirror afterwards, like, I just want to win the right way, and I don't think that if I made that call on a big point there, I think I would remember that for a little longer than a loss.
So this is all very nice and full of integrity, but surely there was a moment where you just really wanted to go off and keep a call to yourself to help yourself. Let's talk about that.
There have definitely been those times. I mean, I kind of look over like at my coach, and there's some times where I'm just like, oh, I really want to call that one, but we kind of have that contact, and I'm just like, okay, I got to keep this one straight.
Shout out to Coach too, I guess. All right, is there anything else you would like to add about this award or anyone you would like to thank tonight?
I just want to thank, my parents, just kind of how they raised me, and then the whole Santa Clara athletic department. Just Santa Clara and all the WCC have really fostered like a great competitive but fair environment. Like, I know Niall will always make sure that we're fair in practice, and he always gets mad whenever we kind of question each other's calls, and I think just we fostered a really great environment around that.
Thank you.
Thank you.